Yo. Thank y'all so much for joining us. We're going to take just a minute or so to let people come in, get into the room. Give people time to get into the room. Please share this out. Let your people know we are live. We are live. Album release special, Tramaine Hopkins. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Share. We are live. Yeah. Share. Let the world know we are live. We are live. And get started in about a minute or so. So make sure you guys have an opportunity to be in here. We'll get to hear some good music tonight. This is actually my first album release special. First time I've done one of these. And I only do things like this with people that are like people who I appreciate, people's music I really rock with. So y'all know I throw my name on all kind of stuff. My bro Tramaine, new album, A Musical Paradise, on all your DSPs. All the DSPs. We are live. Nah, Tramaine, you in the background, bro. Album release special. Listening to brand new music. Charleston's very own. We gotta support our own. Can't say that enough. Yeah. You can't hear anything? All right. Yeah, it is mic settings. He's going to go out and come back in. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get it rolling. Let's get it rolling.
I knew that was something I needed to have.
All right, like in your heart, which is my book.
Clearing a house of information.
None other than one of those very heroes. So, for those who don't know, I'd like for you to take a couple minutes.
Are you originally from the Charleston area?
And a youth in South Carolina. Here, raised.
Hey, well, my name's Alex.
The team is when the Emmanuel seek to spread love and
Yo. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Y'all know what it is. It's Wednesday nights, so it must be time for Real Talk with ReZsaun. ReZsaun. Hello, world, and welcome back to Real Talk with ReZsaun, where nothing's off limits. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you are here with me, and I appreciate that. I am your host, ReZsaun Lewis. Now, here on Real Talk with ReZsaun, anything's debatable. So on any given week, we could be discussing anything from sports to music to politics. You name it, we'll discuss it. Now, for those who are new to Real Talk with ReZsaun, we also have a goal of shining a light on the great things and the great people that exist right here in the Low Country. I know that we're bugging out about all the music going on all the world, but tonight we have a rising star. We have a shining star. We have a friend of mine, a brother of mine. Love him like a play cut. You already know what it is. My bro, Tramaine, the songster, Hopkins. What up, man?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm good. Thank you so much for joining me, man. So, for those who don't know who you are, please introduce yourself to the audience.
My name is Tramaine Hopkins. I am from Charleston, South Carolina. You might have seen me around a couple times, places singing, and I work at Walmart. So I'm no stranger to, the city of Charleston, and here I am. Here
you are, man. Here you are. So what got you into music? Let's start talking. Yeah. What?
Just hearing my mother and my sister sing. I think I've always kind of been into the whole music thing. I've always wanted to sing. I wanted to dance. I wanted to act, be an entertainer. But my sister and my mother, and truthfully, I just found a precious love for Brandy Norwood, and it really made me fall in love with music, differently. So that's where I started, and singing in church, all that kind of stuff. But deeply just having on my headphones as a child, listening to Brandy.
Oh, word. And that's the thing. Like, when people hear you, they always say, "Oh, Brandy influence definitely is there." And tonight we're gonna be previewing your new album, A Musical Paradise, which is already available on all your DSPs. So you're definitely when they hear you, what are they gonna hear influencing Tramaine? Tramaine?
I think when they hear me, what they're going to hear, a fresh sound. I think they're going to hear youth. I think they're going to hear edge and vocals. Definitely. I think the music is incredible. They're going to hear something that
All right, so looks like Tramaine's having some technical difficulties.
Kind of music and
yes, it sounds like Tramaine's having a little
slow.
Yeah, yes, it's skipping. So what we're gonna do is let's start out with a song. I want you to go out and come back in. All right, we're just gonna start out with a song. I'm gonna start out with a fast one. I want to start out with a fast one, if that's cool. If you need to go out and come back in, I got you. But we're gonna start with a fast one. Let's start out with Glow Up. Let's just start with Glow Up.
All right.
So good, you just down on me. Oh, your love so good, your love so good, you look so good on me. Oh, your love so good, you just down on me. Oh, your love so good, your love so good, you look so good on me.
Glow up, looks real good on you. Glow up, looks real good on you. Glow up, looks real good on you. Glow up. Real good.
I put it on you, look, yeah, shut it down. Yeah, I look fresh, I'ma take a bow. Yeah, I'm in the place to come to get the crown. Happiness to this bliss, yeah, I'm sun-kissed. Got that light, I'm on it now. About that life, mirror talking like I like. Shine a light, so I can make shining bright. Squint your eyes, so you can see me right. So tell your neighbor, glow up, looks real good on you. Glow up, looks real good on you. Glow up, looks real good on you. Oh, your love so good, oh, your love so good. It reaches down to me. Oh, your love so good. Oh, your love so good. It looks so
Y'all in the comments, let me know what
good.
you think about this music, man.
Oh, your love so good.
Tramaine Hopkins.
It reaches down to me. Oh, your love so good. Oh, your love so good. It looks so good on me.
Came through dripping, drip, drip, ain't no water base, oil base. Walk through dripping, I drip, drip, fat. Yeah, I got it from Cardi. But don't think that you know me, cause I keep up with them rappers. Don't mean I have no knowledge about my God. Got that light, I'm on it now. About that life, mirror talking like I like. Shine a light, so I can be shining bright. Squint your eyes, so you can see me right. Tell your neighbor, glow up, looks real good on you. Glow up. Looks real good on you. Glow up, it looks real good on you.
Yeah, so that was Tramaine Hopkins. That was the first song. We're gonna run off this. This is an album. This is the album release special, right? So Tremaine's having some technical difficulties. So while we're sitting here, I just want to know, first of all, what you guys think about that first song? It's called Glow Up. That was his first single that I heard from the album. A Musical Paradise, released by Tramaine, the songster Hopkins. The song's called Glow Up. As you can tell, he has multiple different influences. He has some singing on there. He got some rapping on there. And uniquely, he actually does the rapping himself. So I want to talk to him a little bit back on here. He's coming right back. Looks like he's in the background. We good now?
I think we're good.
All right, cool. So we just listened to Glow Up, right? They're already telling me in the comment section. Miss Angie Maria Coulter says it's dope. All right. So let's talk about Glow Up. What was the influence for the song Glow Up?
So let's take it here. So my mentor, Danielle Carr Coleman, she truthfully is the inspiration behind the entire album. But that song right there, she took me from a place in my job where I was trying to work towards for a very long time. She molded me. She literally mentored me. She became family. She sculpted me. So, like it was the position that I'm in right now, where it's like only the elite, get this position. You got to really put in some work. And she did some fine tuning with me mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And it just really was like, when I made it, it was like the glow up. The glow up looks real good on you. Like it literally changed my life. And through that experience, it helped me to change somebody else's life, So
wow.
That's the inspiration behind Glow Up.
Yeah. So my mom, right? She said, I need this in my life. Wow. All right. So you're already making a positive impact. Jonathan Singleton. Shout out to the Love Life Legacy podcast, man. He says two strong arms. So that's a good start. I want to talk about this rapping though, because I see you sing. I know you do the singing thing. I've seen you in the what you do with the vocals. I've seen it. But you unleashed some rapping on this album. Where did that come from?
Let me tell you something, man. I used to always rap. It wasn't something that I wanted people to see. I guess per se, it wasn't my strong suit. I'll say that. But I was rapping since elementary school. I would I had those moments where somebody had the pencil beating on the table, and we would just go for what we knew. So yeah, I wanted to release it all and give 100% of Tramaine Hopkins.
I love that, man. I love that. And with that being said, let's go to another song. Let's listen to another song. Which one you want to do next?
Since we talk about rapping, we get full
okay,
rap.
yeah. So all right.
Let's do. I just came up.
I came up. I just came up. All right.
I just came up. Yep, that one.
Yeah, man. Tramaine, I just came up in the race. I just came up.
Dude, Tramaine Hopkins. Pew, 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 pew.
I just came up in the race. I just came up in the race. Blowing that smoke in their face. I just came up in the race. Blowing that smoke in their face. I'm first place, at 10th place. First place, at 10th place. I just came up in the race. I just came up in the race. I just came up in the race, blowing that smoke in their face. I just came up in the race, blowing that smoke in their face. I'm first place, not 10th place. I'm first place, not 10th place. I just came up in the race. I just came up in the race. I just came up in the race. Finally taking my place. Tried to walk in looking real poor. Now I walk in making real noise. Look at me, look at me, look at me. Full of joy. Piece of my heart done been divorced. Ooh, kill him. Look at the ball. Can't on me down no more. Can't on me back no more. There used to be a time where I felt low. Now I'm in the front, praising God for my go up, blow up, blow up. Apparition did it so I show up. Elevation did it so I glow up. Bring it did it so that I can get up, get up. People around me really wouldn't let up. Came out from the back of the line. Gone to get what's mine. Look at the time. Waiting for this all my life. Look at me, lady. Spitting on tracks, so pump up your flats. Gotta get up from the ground. You've been running so long, so lift up a sound. I just came up in the race. Blowing that smoke in their face. I just came up in the race. Blowing that smoke in their face. I'm first place, not 10th place. I'm first place, not 10th place. I just came up in the race. I just came up in the race. I just came up in the race. Blowing that smoke in their face. I just came up in the race. Blowing that smoke in their face. I'm first place, not 10th place. I'm first place, not 10th place. I just came up in the race. I just came up in the race. Came up in the race. Blowing smoke in their face. Came up in the race. Blowing that smoke in their face. We just came up in the race. We just came up in the race. We just came up in the race. 1, 2, 3, hit him with the bat, knock it at the park, hit him with the facts. I never run track, though I'm fast. Set my cookies up in the game, so it lasts. Stay in your lane. I can avoid a collision, yo, you trying to crash. Crash. Straight to the bank. Go get my cash. Money bag, money bag, money bag. You tryna take your bro, I get the bag. Cause the love of God. My back is we trust in God. Give me some Aquafina. Sweating, I need to lean ya. Kicking the dirt up in ya. Catching up, yo, I get ya. Had to make a picture for a catch up. Had to make it realistic, can't cut. Wait, I might turn out to call my L's. Now I'm back, boo, had to learn. Race is not given to the swift. Know the battle to the strong. I know you don't rock with that 10th place, but first place happens to us all. I just came up in the race. Blowing that smoke in their face. I just came up in the race.
Listen.
Blowing that smoke in their face.
Listen. He said he's first place, not 10th place. Ask about him. He just came up in the race. This is Tramaine Hopkins, my bro. Listen. Tramaine, listen, man. You a singer, bro. I want to tell you, you are a singer. You're not supposed to be rapping like that. You're not. You're not supposed to be rapping like that, bro. So what do you say to people who say, you know, you're a gospel artist? Like, what is a gospel artist doing rapping? What do you say to that?
Music is for everybody. Talent is for everybody. Gifts are for everybody. And it is truthfully how your blueprint, your fingerprint, you know, your authenticity on how you present that's the gift that you have to present. You know, and you do that freely. You do that wholeheartedly with everything that's in you.
Yeah.
And I think that was somebody want to think. You know, I felt like I was in a box.
Yeah.
And I definitely didn't want to do myself a disservice by giving 50% of what's on the inside of me.
That's nice. That's good. That's real good. I love that, man. So I want to listen. I want to slow it down a little bit because I want people to understand. Like, they may be hearing this thinking like, oh, this dude's just a rapper. He's a rap. Like, no. Tramaine is Tramaine's a singer. You understand me? Before we go to the next song, the album's called A Musical Paradise, and it takes a very familiar theme for those. Before we get into, I want to do the intro. And so I want to talk about this theme that you went with it. You went with and I'll let you. I don't even want to talk about it. You tell them what was the theme that you came up with and why choose that for this album.
So listen, I got you saying. So I went with the theme of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and Charlie's story and testimony. I be a deep,
Okay.
but Charlie had a testimony. I
Uh-huh.
said it on my last live. You might as well consider him the just to go through life, spending your last, being an outcast, watching everybody else, succeed and celebrate, and you don't know that one day you got lucky. You got lucky in the face of everybody who competed with you. Not even truthfully knowing that you would get towards the end. You even in the midst of that, he had some ups and downs. He had some that he had to learn, and even in the midst of that, I feel like, and there's the whole entire album is centered around. But if you remember, even when he had a little change and shared it. We don't really realize that what we have is so sweet, and it's what people need, but it's also what we need. But we decide we want to share it. That was the theme of this, and I just want to give that a soundtrack.
Yeah, that's
and
good,
it's
man.
Definitely the soundtrack of my life.
I love that. So let's run right into that, man. Let's go into Paradise. Let's start right there. Because like I said, Tramaine, we've been listening to Tramaine rap these last two songs. I mean, he sang on Glow Up, but the highlight for me on that's like this dude is spitting. Like, so let's run some of the vocal dexterity that we see from this young man. So let's check it out. Paradise.
Hold your breath. Make a wish. Count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Come with me, and you'll be in the world of imagination. Take a look, and you'll see. Enjoy your imagination. It'll begin with a spin, playing in the world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation. Everyone is here, paradise. Every look around, you will bring the things that everyone is paradise. Every look around, you will wow. If you wanna hear paradise, simply got it on and listen. Anything you wanna do it. Wanna change the world. There ain't really nothing to it but a Mikey and a man. That's that on that. No cap. It started out.
So listen.
You know what?
Go ahead.
You could have played the last one, is the full version.
Okay. We'll get there. I got you.
Run that back.
Because what happens is so talk about what happens in the album with that theme. Because you have the golden, you have the Paradise song, then you have don't you have a song, Golden Ticket song? Or is that the Golden Ticket song? No, you have a ticket. So, the song I got a golden ticket. Yeah. So like
No,
you go with that theme. So
Yeah.
So this recurring theme of golden ticket, golden ticket, golden ticket. Is this you trying to like manifest something in your life, or is this like, are you trying to minister to somebody? What's going on?
So in that perspective, I carry Joseph's anointing, and it goes hand in hand with Charlie's story to me. So I think that both of them, they kind of paint a picture in, with musicality and sexuality, and I think it brings a balance to my presentation of it. But yeah, definitely, I believe that this release will open doors that no man divine time, and I believe that this is the divine time for and whomever else was a part of this journey. I feel like I picked up a lot of pieces and I put them together to make it do what it do. You know, so yeah, it definitely is a manifestation of some things. I've got my golden ticket, you know. So the ticket song is it's the thing put together. So yeah, man.
All right, so let's do golden ticket. Let's do ticket.
Got my ticket. Yeah. Got all my bags back now. I'm ready to go. But where do I go from here? I do not know. Nobody knows. So I guess I better start walking. Walking, 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 walking. I'm going nowhere fast. I guess I'm really last. But this too shall pass. Oh, but I'm up next. Oh, yeah. I've been skipped through my whole life, questioned my whole life. So many views about who I am, what I am, where I am, where I am, yeah. Where I am working, or who I am dating. And I don't really understand how any of this is your business. All I know is I gotta go and take it. I gotta go and take it to make my day. Or whatever that is. I ain't tripping over that, yeah. I made it on my bottom, now I'm at the top. Pit to the balance, cling, cling, I bust a look. Yours says anointed, yours says anointed, and Joseph's anointed. Joseph's anointed. He made it out the bottom, therefore I made it out the bottom. He made it from the pit to the palace, yeah, and that's what I call a boss. Calling all the shots now, yeah, that's what I call a boss. God showed up there, he created the boss. Listen, the difference between me and you here is we don't wear the same size shoe here, yeah. I cover a little more territory, ask my family, didn't they tell you about me, boy? Yeah, I look different when you come around. That's the look of a soldier when they have me in them hand-me-downs. They underestimate the champ when my levy's down. But I hopped in the bag, that's a real savage now. They can't keep it down and they can't make me frown. I put down my hurt and I pick up my crown. Deuces up to the hating crowd. Deuces up, gotta love you now. Back at it. But then the journey was a real vow. They sold me out, it's a real vow. They knocked me down, it's a real vow. Referee, referee, get me. Referee, you better help me. Yours says anointed, yours says anointed. Joseph's anointed.
Listen, man, I told y'all this music was good, first of all. I told y'all. Listen, I see y'all in the comment section. Go ahead and put your stuff out there. Yes, Golden Ticket. Personal song for me. I love it. Yes. Check it out. Check it out right now. Y'all. All right. I love this. This is dope. Yes. This album will bring people of many ages together. If anyone loves music, they will love it, and God will get the glory. I love it, Mr. Hopkins. Let me bring him back in, man. Yo, you see the feedback. What do you think about this feedback so far, man?
Man, listen, I'm speechless. I don't want to scream, and these are the things that I when making music, you kind of say to yourself, what do I want people to feel like? You know, and it's become surreal because it's the responses and the things that I how I want to inspire and influence people.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, man. Like it's there, man. Apparently, it's resonating with the people, man. I'm loving the fact that we're doing this tonight. You know, like I told you, I don't put my stamp on a whole lot of things. This is the first album release I've done, you know, in the history of my show, and this is episode what I say 123 of this is the 123 of just a local celebrity spotlight. So I'm definitely, you know, just enjoying sharing the music with the people and letting them feel you. And I'm glad you're on a much better signal now, because
yeah, man, I'm trying to get it together.
No, you sound good. You sound good. All right, so let's pick another one, man. Let's stay in that same vein. Let's stay with something else. Something else in that same vein. What you got?
Jesus is a love song.
Jesus is a love song. Let's run it. All right, Jesus is a love song.
Let me be great.
Let me be great. Sorry.
Because I know rapping was on that other one too. This one right here is just.
I call you God, you call me child. I call you Father, you call me Son. I call you favor. Whoa. I can always hit your line up 24/7. You're the block, you're always on the line. So glad to know you're mine.
A musical paradise. Tramaine Hopkins.
Every day I'm waiting, every day I'm speaking. So pull up your call, I'll look for my name. Say my name, say my name. Say we don't have no notes to this one. Say we don't have no answer. No. I'ma make 'em wonder how we get so good. I'ma make it feel like you wanna go do it. You know you want that one. Never remind you, this love ain't no blind, yeah. Cause I'm with the real one, and this is the real one. Shine, like the pop sister song.
A musical paradise. Tramaine Hopkins. Live with your DSPs.
And this connection is so much more than me. I don't wanna have a lose. Ain't no fatal attraction. We ain't got all of that action. I signed my name on the dotted line. You and I, like how the first rock together. Unpromised gonna be weather. We got a real good thing going on. Shine. Ain't no coming home.
Tramaine Hopkins. Listen. Jesus is a love song. The album is called A Musical Paradise. It is live on your DSPs, man. Listen. DSPs, for y'all who don't know what that means, that's digital service platforms, any digital service platforms. That's iTunes, that's Spotify, that's anywhere, SoundCloud, anywhere you can find music, man. Let's talk about that song. Jesus is a love song. What did that mean?
He's a love song. Like, it's almost like the sub theme, you know. I really wanted to express. I know there's so many. I would say. Let me see how to say this. So much music that possibly won't resound with your typical gospel music, that we just need to understand that he's a love song. He's who you love, what you love. Even in the midst of that, it's like the scripture says, love covers a multitude of sin. So overall, just through everything, he's a love song.
Yeah.
That's why, like, even with the song that I have on there called I Wanna Rock, music is universal. Yeah. You know, music is for everybody. And with God in it, he's the perfect song.
Yeah.
With whatever.
Let me ask you this, because one thing that your music does, you know, your music, you know, style bends, if you will. You know, it style bends. You all right, son? You okay? All right. My son hurt himself. He's all right. Your music style bends. You know, it doesn't have one genre, you know, that you can really put it in a realm of. Of course, you know, it's talking about God, so you would, you know, call it quote unquote gospel. But I want to talk to you a little bit about like church. And, you know, it seems like your music takes a different approach to really reaching the souls of people. Is that done intentionally? Is that something you do on purpose, or is it just something that happens without you even thinking about it? Looks like he's having technical difficulties again. So with that being said, let's go into another song. You know, talking more about this. He just talked about I Wanna Rock. So let's go to I Wanna Rock.
I wanna feel all the bass in the speakers. I wanna feel all of that heat. I wanna nod my head. I wanna nod my head to the beat. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Pick up my feet, all at me. Put on that track and you look at me. You're in the corner with the main lane. Pick a deal, what you want, what you got. I'ma play the track, it's hard, no it's not. That like me saying, yeah, you a snack or you're not. Music is universal, not talking about universal. I don't wanna sing what I feel. I don't wanna rap what I feel. I'm an artist. I don't wanna be caught up with the garbage. I wanna give you something that feel good. I'm just really trying to represent your hood. The people that we forgot. The people that we left right out on the block. You left your guap on the block. Running around here trying to save in the sock. Don't take from me, cause I did something different. I still know God, but I'm still gonna be different. You hear my flow and you're gonna see my mission. This just my flow, I ain't trying to diss. It's a vibe. It's cause of you, I survived. I wanna rock right now. Yeah. I wanna rock right now.
A musical paradise. Tramaine Hopkins.
Yeah.
Your DSPs right now.
It's a vibe, it's a vibe, it's a vibe.
So I want you to talk about that. I'm only that playing in the background, but I want you to talk about the fact that I just asked a question, you know, before you had some difficulties about your style is really genre bending. It's something that it's not something that you can really put into one category. When you talk about the church, right, we're talking about, you know, bringing people to God, you know, in the different approaches that people take to it. Do you think that there's something in the way that God has been pitched to millennials and to even Generation Z that's come after it, that maybe losing them, that maybe this different approach will be able to reach them?
Absolutely. And truthfully, I was not to sound horrible, but I did not have Christians in mind. Even in my writing stages, simply because they know who he is. They're the ones that are, sitting in the front row at church. They're the ones working in church, but we have literally forgotten about the people that truthfully need God. Not all the time do they relate to being snotty nosed, laid out on the floor, sheets thrown over them. Sometimes they don't relate to that. Some people truthfully also want music that they can literally roll their windows down and turn the volume completely up. And I think that, don't hurt me, but I think that a gospel music, your typical gospel music, I think it caters to our struggle. We fall down, but we get back up. Now, I love the song. It caters to our issues. Why do we not have more songs that we can turn on and literally celebrate? We don't have like themes where we can celebrate promotions and celebrate triumphs. Like there's even songs on there that there's an undershadow to heartache and pain, but it doesn't illuminate the entire song. And I think sometimes those songs, they put us into our feelings, and it's not like a storyline. It doesn't give a body and a conclusion, you went through this, but you'll come out. That's kind of how gospel music is, I think. But I think with this music, it's for everybody. Truthfully, it's truthfully for everybody.
Yeah, so like I can remember, like I'm old enough to remember when Kirk Franklin first came around, and how people looked down on people, the traditional gospel music people really looked down on even traditional Christians looked down on what Kirk Franklin did. But being somebody who didn't grow up in church, going to church every Sunday, that was the first music that made me listen to gospel music. Like I remember Dawkins and Dawkins when I was a kid. Like Dawkins and Dawkins was like to me, I loved R&B music. I loved hip hop and I loved R&B. And I remember like the first gospel album I've ever owned was the Dawkins and Dawkins album. What was it? Need to know now. Like that was the first album, and people were like, yo, that's not straight gospel. That's not Fred Hammond. That's not Commission. That's not Tramaine Hopkins. That's not James Cleveland. That's not those Mahalia Jackson. It's not that traditional stuff. It had a beat to it, it had a bounce to it that caught my ear as somebody who didn't live quote unquote maybe the holiest life, because that's not something that I grew up knowing. But by listening to that music, I was able to really gather a lot of those messages that I would not have gotten otherwise. So that's why I love the approach. And even me personally, so you know that even in my walk with Christ, I still have my times like, yo, I want to bounce. And so I'd rather, if my kids want to bounce, when my daughter's doing a TikTok video, I want her to turn on Tramaine's music. I want her to bounce into that.
And the truth of the matter is, you could correct me if I'm wrong, the Saints love trap music. Like, the Saints are not listening to Donnie McClurkin and Yolanda Adams Monday through Sunday. We're not. And the closest thing to it I felt was like Mary or Kiara Shear and Jay Moss, but it's like Tone. That music kind of was like, okay, well, it still was the music for the ratchet Christians. If that's what we'll call it, but even still, I don't know who it reached. I know it reached me, but what I started out with saying is I truthfully wanted to make gospel music for the streets.
Yeah. I love that. Let's talk about some gospel music for the streets, man. Let's get to another song. Let's listen to another gospel song for these streets. Which one you want to go to?
For these streets.
Let's go to Reclaim My Time.
Listen, now that one is for the singers.
I like Reclaim My Time. Yes.
Do not waste my time.
Yes.
You know, and I'm pretty you've been there before. Like people call you to utilize your gifts and all that kind of stuff. They don't got your money ready. They can't even properly communicate with you. Come on. This is music for us.
Hey,
go ahead and play that.
Run it.
This one got to speak for itself.
Listen. Reclaiming my time. Reclaiming my time. Shout out to Maxine Waters, Congressman Maxine Waters. You inspired. Black Girl Magic. Speaking of Black Girl Magic, shout out to Vice President-elect Kamala Harris.
I was there dodging all the drama, but still cooking in the lab 6 a.m. Yeah, think about how I'm about to kill it. Put in my time, I'm about to build it. See, I was in the cut writing this. You're still sleeping on me, I'm about to drill. Wet sign on the floor, don't you slip. No lifeguard here, don't even got a vest. I'm finishing the time and
Man, listen. My guy. Let me start that over, man. I like this song, man. I'm sorry, man. I got a little excited. Here we go.
rehearsal. And when you get here, ain't gon' bend no reversal. And when you step up, ain't gon' bend no conversing. We gon' hit the scene when we murder Michael Jackson. I wanna hit the blogs, I wanna be like Tasha Cobb. I wanna hit the stage, wanna glorify my God. Yeah, I wanna win the soldier, I wanna win the loss. I gotta put my home with the trap and I'm a boss. Respect my time, respect my time.
Respect my time.
Work for this cash that
Respect
I
my
spend.
time.
Make me work for the time that I spend. And don't waste my time if it really ain't a win. Respect my time. I put too much in my ministry. All this work just to kill me. Go find a judge, I'm reclaiming my time. Run too hard, don't work too hard, it's my time. Now I understand why I'm asking. Why it's what I'm at, I'm reclaiming my time. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Find out what it means to me. Listen, yeah. I ain't even asked for deposits. I had a bag ready like you Loomis.
Hold up. Dude said, hold on. I didn't even catch that the first time I heard it. I ain't even asked for a deposit.
No.
I ain't even asked for a deposit. Hold on, man. Yo, talk that talk.
The blogs, I wanna be like Tasha Cobb. I wanna hit the stage, wanna glorify my God. Yeah, I wanna win the soldier, I wanna win the loss. I gotta put my home with the trap and I'm a boss. Respect my time.
Respect my time.
Respect my time. I had to go to work for this cash that I spent. I had to make it work for the time that I spent. And don't waste my time if it really ain't a win. Respect my time. I put too much in my ministry. All this work just to kill me. Go find a judge, I'm reclaiming my time. Run too hard, don't work too hard, it's my time.
Rhyme too hard.
Now I understand why I'm asking. Why it's what I'm at, I'm reclaiming my time. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Find out what it means to me. Listen. Yeah, I ain't even asked for deposits. I had a bag ready like you Loomis. I hope you got my check in the back, cause I don't really wanna have to do this. Was that I got my check ready for me in the back? I hope I don't got a bad looking through the cracks. And if they go that route, know that I'ma have to post it. Posting on receipts, y'all, hoping that you know it. If you hit that screen with requesting to make sure you got all my coin in the bank. Don't try to send me cause I flipped the credit card. Meet you in your dreams, have you running in the heart. Hope you got that paper ready when you use the cloud. 1-800 toll free, collect the jet. And I wanna hear you ain't got cash out. Pull up to that teller, hit that overdraft check. Respect my time. Respect my time.
Listen.
I had to go to work.
Listen. Respect this man's time. Respect this man's time. Listen, let's talk about that. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So because you talking so this song here could be the theme song for every musician that's ever done anything. Talk to it, man. Speak to why this was something you felt like you needed to write a song about.
Because don't sleep on me. That's not being arrogant, or conceited or anything like that. But don't sleep on me. Don't waste my time. Give me what is due to me. Like, and it truthfully was well-rounded about around being an indie artist or independent artist. Like, we're the ones out here that are literally doing any and everything, not truthfully, but doing any and everything to get our name out there, to get our brand out there. And it's like, don't waste my time. Yeah. Like, I literally had to go to work for this cash that I spent to pay you to help me be better.
Yeah.
And either you're going to do it or you're not. And don't hit me up if it really ain't a win. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, and it's happened to me like numerous of times. And when you're humble, I know y'all people say, oh, when you say you're humble, you're really not humble, but it's not something that I practice. I have always been taught to allow God to utilize me wherever it is I go. And because I carry that mentality, and I was always like, God, use me wherever I go, whatever I touch, allow my light to shine. It just opened me up to a lot of people and to a lot of places that literally utilized me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you got those people as well when you step into your professionalism, and they utilized you at your beginning stages. Those people are some of the people that have the most to say about you. Yeah. They discredit you, and they expect to consistently and constantly get a discount for your ministry. And overall, it's like, you know what? I'm not gonna rob Peter to pay Paul with my ministry.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna kill me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
that's good.
There it is.
I love that, man.
I was real passionate, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just say this.
But I love it though, because one, I think speaking back to things that people are really dealing with. It's one thing. They say don't be so heavily minded that you could do no earthly good. Like, this is something that people who are in, whether it be at your job, whether it be in the music industry or whatever, like that's something people experience, is people like not valuing the time that somebody puts into doing something. Putting the amount of time it takes you to make this album. Joe Budden, I listen to the Joe Budden podcast a lot. He talks about the fact that it'll take artists 2-3 years to record an album. Somebody listens to that album one time and it says, okay, when you making your next album? And it's like, yo, like it took me blood, sweat, 3 years of blood, sweat, and tears to give you this album. I had to live through all these experiences that pouring out my soul into this album. And now you're like, oh, well, I listened to it. When's the next one coming out? No. You go back and listen to this one. Feel what I felt, or don't. I don't care. But you're not getting that out of me again. Not right now. I need time for me. So I love the fact that you put that in the music. I love that, man. Speaking of it, let's go to Don't Waste the Music, because I think that stays in the same realm of respect what I'm doing. Hey, and if you don't get with it, cool, but don't waste the music. So let's run it.
So I got to say this before we start playing that song. So Don't Waste the Music is actually the first song that I laid vocals on with my producer, my brother, Michael Goins. Shout out to Michael Goins. Y'all go and follow him. He produced the entire album from start to finish. And we actually, truthfully, was working on this for about 2.5 years.
Wow.
But me and this guy, we grew up together. He actually plays the drums, the keyboard. Very talented young man. But he said when we were younger, he was like, bro, I'm gonna produce your first album. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay. I always told him, I was like, well, whatever, blah. So he's from Florida. So when he moved here to Charleston, he put a beat up on YouTube. And I listened to it and I was like, yo, let me get that. Let me get that right quick. So I did it. I laid something down to it. And I was like, I was just playing around with it, you know, but something that within the both of us was like, yo, this is dope.
Yeah.
This is dope. So this is the first song that we ever recorded. It's one of my favorite songs as well. It's been reproduced, you know, I guess I would say a couple times to make it be the best that it can be. So I hope y'all enjoy this one.
Nice. Don't waste the music.
It started out with this beat. I was like, oh shoot, bring some more here. I was like,
Tramaine.
I didn't really know what I was gonna do, but I wanna sing a little something. And as crazy as this may sound, I just got to be told to hit a note for you. Whether you wanna play it, whether you wanna hear it, whether you wanna make it the groove. I just really wanted to feel it, I really wanted to feel what I could do with this groove. Don't waste the music. Music, if you're not gonna enjoy it, if you're not gonna share it, if you're not,
It's my favorite part.
let it love you, let it hug you, let it make the people around you got to trust you, let it make the record round. Cause a lot of times you need another sound. Beat rockers, head knockers, show stoppers, millennials got ya. We just want to beat the kill, the single to feel the feel. Give me all you gotta do, you done do. Play it till you make it with the accolades you do it. Play it to the next track, you can do it. I ain't trying to tell you though, that it can be wet. If you play a wax song, you might get slapped. Yo, I wanna feel the bass in the speakers on the floor. Turn it up, I wanna feel it in my sneakers. What? And if your granny don't like noise, then your granny got to go, boy. Turn it up. Oh, Lord, come on. Yo, man.
Don't waste the music. So hold on. What was you saying on that? If you're not gonna, let's just help that line. If you're not gonna share it, if you're not gonna like it.
Oh, don't play music if you're not gonna enjoy it. If you're not gonna share it. If you're not gonna dance to it.
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about support, right? Let's talk about support because I think that's what are we getting? Is that what we're getting at? Because I want to make sure I'm in the right vein. Because especially in an era where people make music, right? You don't make music to keep in your personal space. I hear something dope, I want to share it. But what about my homeboy Tramaine makes an album, right?
Huh?
So talk to it. What we got?
Listen, it ties back into reclaiming my time.
Yeah.
So don't waste the music. Like nothing. I truly didn't know how to make it like personable. I did, but it would have came off a little cocky. Simply because I love every song, but don't play this music if you're not going to enjoy it, if you're not going to share it, if you're not going to dance to it. Don't play it. And where we're from, the city will literally turn on music, and if it's not good, they'll pass it around to everybody.
Yeah.
Listen to this. This ain't awful. Good. What he thought, this and that. If the graphics are not good, they'll pass it around. But truthfully, when you have something that is worth something, that's when it becomes a shh. And no, that's not my biggest thing I've outgrown that stage. But literally, like, enjoy it. Like, I believe that I made this music not to only share my gifts and talents, but to also entertain my audience.
Word. I
So
love that.
don't waste the music.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. Shoot, let's keep it going, man. Let's go with another one of your singles. I played one of your singles earlier. I played Glow Up. Let's go with the I Love You Forever. That's a single, right?
Yeah, that's a single.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna start that one, and let's just get into it, and we'll talk about it when we get through it.
Bet.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah. I just really, really wanna really love ya. What goes through my mind is I only wanna love ya, only wanna show ya that I love your vibe, that I love your vibe. How you did it, uncover it. How you did it, and just for me, I never know why, but I know you'll still save my life. Oh, why? I just only wanna love you, I just only wanna love you. I just only wanna trust you, yeah. My heart, my mind, body, and soul, all of my time is all yours. You get on the glory, yeah. It belongs to you. It belongs to you. I really wanna love you with no restraints, yeah. Contradictions all the time. I love you forever. 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 Forever. Check it, back it up. Check that shoe tech, bag it up. Look at the fit, look at the wrist. Ride around in this body, get lay your car, and you lay your car. Lay your daughter, if you lay your mom. Tell everybody you lay your dog. Nobody know that you lay your car. Now I ain't trying to get high. I just here to feel the vibe. Love you God of my life. Cause you're the God of my life. You're the one that didn't miss. You're the cupid that didn't miss. Lemonades on the ring. Off for me, you didn't miss. You love me, check. I love you, check. And I just wanna love you forever. No matter what comes, no matter what goes. Love for me will always be shown. Now will always be a thing. Yeah. You love me, check. I love you, check. And I just wanna love you forever. No matter what comes, no matter what goes. Love for me will always be shown. Now will always be a thing. Yeah. Love me, love me, love me, love me, love me, love me. Love me, love me, love me, love me, love me, love me. I never know why you still love me. Love me, love me, love me, love me, love me, love me, love me. Love me, love me, love me, love me, love me, love me. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. What goes through my mind?
Listen, I love you forever, man. That another one like that. Just slaps, man. You got some slaps on here, man.
I appreciate that, man.
You got some slaps on here, man. I was listening to it before I came on. I want it to be fresh when I hear it. When we get into the groove. So also I can make sure I can point to songs specifically. But you got some slaps on here, man. So what was the groove behind I Love You Forever?
I just wanted it to feel good. Like it was literally, it was supposed to be a slower song. And it started out as a love letter. I was looking for a ballad. I don't have like this extraordinary ballad on there, but this was my love letter. And if you literally peel back the music and you dig into the words, to me, it sounds like a love letter. So what goes through my mind is how I truthfully only want to love you. So yeah, there's not much to that one besides my heart.
Yeah, and I love that. But even even your like, I love you, God. I love you forever. Your I love you songs are even like, nah, like I want this to slap too. Like I really want y'all to understand that God is not this thing that you put into a box that you serve one way. Like God is the God of, you know, the brokenhearted. God is the God of, you know, but God is also the God of the people who've never stepped a foot in the church building. I cannot say that enough. Like so often we get caught up, especially in the body of Christ, preaching to the choir. We're preaching to people who already think what we think. It takes so much more than just that. And I love that you do that with your artistry, man. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Also, if you haven't seen, my daughter did a TikTok video to that song, like the night it came out. So, we didn't go viral, but it's still one of my favorite videos she did. But she was like, I want to do something to that song. So I was like, okay, let's do something. And we came up with a little dance to it. But it was fun,
awesome.
though. Yeah, man. What you want to run next?
Something very personable. Is another one of my favorites. I Choose You.
I Choose You. All right, that's what I was thinking too. All right, here we go.
Do I really need fame? Why not? Do I really need fortune? And if I can't popularity, I don't want your heart. Give me your time. Give me your space. For what the world has to offer me. For you, I turn it down instantly. And if I ever find I'm discouraged, I die. And if I ever and I'm without, and if I keep on crying, I tell them that I chose you. Oh, I won't die on my own, I won't die on my own, 'cause thou art with me. I'm happy I'm with you, yeah, I'm alive with you. And you can buy me with your money, I'm worth more than that, so you can go buy your money. And what I did lose, I have to wear a tattoo. I don't need that aspects. I'm good as long as I got you. And if I find this guy, if I ever find this guy, I'm with that. I tell them I have something on me inside of me that'll help me fight my battles. And you help me get back up again. No. I'm never alone. I got what I need, I won't want to cut. Anything
I love you.
Can go to the wayside. 'Cause I'm never alone. I'm never alone. No. And if it's your will, and if it's your will, and if I had to stay
All right, take it.
in this place,
You got it.
I'll stay as long as
I saw you trying to get there.
I always sing with this song.
So, hey, man, I want you to take one. I want you to. I want the people. You know what I mean? Because they don't know you like I know. They don't know you like I know. They ain't heard you like I heard. So that's why I'm like, listen, man. This is not. And I want to talk about something else real quick because we going through this album and we're having a good time. Just reviewing Tramaine's new album. Let me make sure I put it on the screen. Tramaine's new album, A Musical Paradise, came out last week, November 6th. It's currently available anywhere you can find.
Go
music.
get that.
Go get that. Download it. Pay for the album. All right, pay for the album. But yeah, because they don't get as much on streams as they do if you pay for the album. So make sure you pay for the album. But yeah, so I want to talk a little bit about the fact that your vocals are super unique. We talked earlier about your influences, in terms of the vocal Bible, Miss Brandy Norwood. but you also include so many other things, like a lot of people say like Jekyll and Carr, like they hear a lot of that in there, and like it's just there's so much that becomes your voice, and then you add in the rapping, and you add in the writing that goes with it. But I want to talk specifically about your vocals. How long did it take for you to perfect the sound that you have now?
In regards to this album, or
no, just in general, like in general, your vocal, like what you do vocally.
I think I went through an evolution, and I stopped listening to artists. Like there was a period where I would not listen to anyone.
Yeah,
and I know that may sound weird. It was like, well, how did you listen to music? But I listened to what I knew.
Yeah.
And there were times where I muted everything and I listened to myself. I had to find my heart. And truthfully, this right here, like, I think the vocal tones sometimes can put you in the mind frame of different artists. But I can truthfully say that I did not want to sound like anyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest part of artistry. Like I can spit a Brandy tone or a Brandy run, or even a Kiara Sheard, because truthfully those are my two inspirations.
Yeah.
But I did not want to sound like them or even present the ounce of them, because they're them.
They're them.
I don't want to put on a Tramaine album and it sounds like Brandy or Kiara Sheard. Now you pay homage, and I think I did that. Yeah, I paid homage to those artists, even like Beyonce.
Yeah,
like Jay Moss or Smokey Norfolk, Whitney Houston. I think I definitely wanted it to be rememberable for me to turn those things on and know what I had going through my mind. But there was an evolution to Tramaine. I think a lot of artists played a very significant part of me vocally. But I think that this right here with the different sound, it really pulled out Tramaine.
Yeah, and that's what I'm definitely hearing, and I'm enjoying hearing it. I've known you since you were what, 11, 12?
Young.
So to be able to watch, what you become vocally, like when you were young, you were already dumb nice. When I heard your first stuff, it was dumb nice. I was like, this is crazy. Like a kid doing this is crazy. But to hear the artist and the vocalist that you've become, and then like I said, I can't say it enough. Like the level at which you rap, like it's high level rap. It's not like, choo choo gum dum rap. It's you spitting quintuplets in there, man, and like it's high level. It's high level rap. So I want to applaud you, man. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling. Well, we haven't listened to yet. Let's see. Let's go to Unchanging Hands. What do you think?
Yeah, that's a good one.
You want to talk us into it before we start that one?
This one was dedicated to the world. This one was my Michael Jackson Heal the World.
Okay.
All
right. Yeah. This is Tramaine's Michael Jackson Heal. Okay. Let's run it.
This is Tramaine's Michael Jackson Heal the World.
I love it. Let's go.
This song's for everybody. I don't know what you're dealing with. I just want to talk of it. Let you know I got a message for everybody.
I don't have
in the world.
A musical paradise.
Amazing our God is. He's the one true king. Have you ever searched the world, looking for the perfect friend? Somebody to love you for you, but
you haven't found them. Have you ever been in love? In love's so deep, never knew a love so true. Not yet. Hold on to God, unchanging. He'll never let go of you if you stay right there. If you need a hug, embrace yourself. Inhale, exhale, feel God's love. Cover.
Thank you.
Shout out to Calvin Logan. Local Power Show.
What you've been through, I don't know what's in front of you. I don't know where it came from, but I know God is never wrong. He wants to free your mind. Open up the door and let him in. They won't hurt you. No. I ReZsaun new. I even know that you gave your last to that friend you need. But they really never had your back. And now you're feeling empty. I can't imagine you searching for words to catch you when you fall. But you wind up feeling disappointed. I know.
Unchanging Hands, man. Unchanging Hands. Tramaine Hopkins, A Musical Paradise. It is now in all your DSPs, Spotify, iTunes, Tidal, everywhere. Go there, get the album. Support this young man, dude. Support this young man doing making amazing music. You know, he ain't cussing nobody out. He ain't calling your mama all kind of names. He's just trying to make music that'll slap and make you praise God at the same time. So I love it, man. I hear a lot of positive themes in there, man. But I also hear, like, you know, if there's a line that you say, you know, you gave your last to a friend, you know, they didn't even have your back. Can you speak to that a little bit? Because I know there's some people out here listening and they may be going through stuff. That's the thing about gospel music, is, you know, it has the ability to really touch hearts. Can you speak to that situation? You know, going through that, how did that impact this song that you made?
It's true. These are all true scenarios, true stories. So I even know that you gave your last to that friend in need when they never really had your back. You know, a lot of us have friends, you know, who we feel that empty capacity in our lives. Mm-hmm. We ignore them being toxic. We ignore their recklessness. We ignore every bad thing about them, and we take in whatever they bring good to us. Yeah. And as it's almost like a trade. The compensation that we give to them is we know they're struggling, you know, et cetera, et cetera. So instead of us truthfully building them, we pour out of ourselves to those people that can't pour back into us. Yeah. So it leaves us empty. Wow. You know, so that's where it gets back into, know that you have a source that will refill you. Yeah. And you have to continuously run to the well to be filled. If you truthfully, spiritually, if you thirst, where are you gonna go? You know, so you have to continue to seek God's face, you know, and hold on to his hand. Yeah. In situations like that. And more morally, people like that, we can try all day long. I'm not gonna do this no more. I'm not gonna shed light on this. But your heart and your spirit, your soul even, won't allow you to do that. And what's gonna keep people like that fueled is if we hold on to God's unchanging hand, because that's the hand that's not gonna change. While you're down here as a disciple, you need to continue to have that power source connected to you so that you can continue to do your earthly duties and your earthly work.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that, man. That's a word right there. And again, just coming back to the fact that I know y'all hear these slaps, But there's a whole lot of God in these slaps, man. There's a whole lot of God in these slaps. And this young man, you know, he walks this life that he talks about. I know him personally to be a friend and to be, you know, to be the person that, you know, he's talking about. So just to hear, you know, the heart in the music that comes from him, you know, it definitely is there. It's not just nice sounding things. It's really, when you know somebody is who they say they are, it makes it really, really real. So shout out to Tramaine Hopkins, man. A musical paradise. Now we got a couple more. We got a couple more to go. We got Enough. We got Let Me Be Great.
Let Me Be Great.
All right, Let Me Be Great. Let's cook.
Let me be great.
Let me be great.
Let me be great.
Pew, 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 pew. I need sound effects.
Let me be great. Let me be great. You oughta let me be great. Let me be great. Let me be
A
great.
musical paradise.
You oughta let
All
me
your
be
DSP.
great. Let me be
Go
great.
get it. Download now.
I ain't bobbing nobody. 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 Let me be great. Let me be great. Let me be great.
I ain't bumping nobody. I love your song.
Let me be great. Let me be great.
Give me a minute, let me play it like this. Listen closely, I don't want to miss this. The God that I serve makes all things new. I will never be the same.
Never be the same. So when you see me in my new car, and when you see me got some new clothes, cause y'all be tripping. I'm just trying to keep on dripping.
Why you pause the song?
I was letting you cook. Because
I'm good.
You be behind the beat.
I was behind it.
No, just because that's the way it doesn't directly sync. So the sound, there's a sound delay. Yeah, that's why I was letting you cook, man.
You got it. Play it.
All right. I'm a beat great. Put this in your workout playlist right now.
I'ma be great. 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 You ain't gonna ever
Talking about me out here all up in the streets. Be careful, you ain't passing out from all this heat. Heat. Took me a while, but I'm back and I'm taking my seat. I know who I am, I know who I be. Trust that I'm sitting up with the real neat. Yeah, I got the job on the spot, got the car off the lot. Look over there, sitting on the pop. Yeah, used to be a time when I ain't had the spot. Flip the mess together, yeah, I got the spot. Got the spot, got the fire up. Got the spot. God gave it to us, so pull up. No, you can't take us. Yeah, it got me rapping on songs now. It got you singing on the choir now. It got you praying for the people out. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Every praise, be confident. It's not what you have, yeah. Every praise, don't be ashamed, don't be afraid. No, every praise. Every praise, don't quit. Every praise.
Man, listen. Let me turn that off. Man, listen. Tramaine, how do you rap and then do those notes at the end of the song? That don't even make sense. That doesn't even make sense, Tramaine. Tramaine, that doesn't make sense, Tramaine.
Man, I don't know.
That don't even make sense, Tramaine. So listen. So I want to talk about the progression. I don't know if you did this intentionally, but I'm a songwriter, so I hear lyrics and I hear things, and I want to make sure that I got this. In the beginning, you said, "Let me be great. I don't bother nobody." Then you said, "I'm gonna be great." That was the second time you sang it, and then the last time you said, "What'd you say the last time?"
You ain't gonna ever kill my grind?
No, it was. Hold on, now I gotta pull the lyrics back up.
Yeah, play it back.
Hold up. It said, "I'm gonna be great." Then it said, "Go ahead and be great." So it's "Let me be great." I'm gonna be great. Go ahead, be great. So what I hear there is I'm encouraging myself, like, yo, let me be great. Like, y'all chill. Then I'm gonna be great. I'm gonna just do this. And now go ahead, be great. I'm telling somebody else You go be great. I'm spreading the message. Is that something you did intentionally?
That essentially, yeah. And when you listen to the end of it, it's for that encouraging piece to people.
See, and that's
because at the beginning,
yeah. See, like it's like I ain't bothering nobody. Just let me be great. Let me do me. Let me cook, right? But then it's like, nah, I can do it. Like I don't need your permission. I'm gonna be great. Now I got it. Now I'm gonna tell you, you go be great. I love that, man. I'm a songwriter, so I hear things like that. So I just want to make sure I was reading it right. That's powerful, man. That's powerful. That's powerful. That's powerful, man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Let's go to Enough. You want to talk about Enough before we get started?
It's a fun little island song. God has already done enough for me. It was supposed to be one of those praise and worship type songs, you know, like one of those praise and worship anthems.
Yeah.
But again, that's not me.
Yeah.
You know, so
do
that's what it is. God has already done enough.
Yeah. Let's run it.
Yeah, whatever now, yeah. I'm never tripping on, I'm never flipping on, I'm never switching up on you.
Little Afrobeat to it.
Which way to go? I go where you want me to go. I know I can call on you because you love me too. Enough. You already done enough for me. Oh. Enough. Got everything I needed. You had me from the start. Enough for me. Yeah. I'm never flipping on. I'm never hiding from. I'm never worried about your shade. You hold my hand. You never break with me.
Tramaine Hopkins.
I know I can call you because you love me too. Enough. He's already done enough for me. I got everything I need. You had me from the start. Enough for me, yeah. I just wanna take the time to say I thank you. Oh, I trust you with all of my heart. And I trust you with all of my
I don't like Tramaine.
Already done it. I've been healed. I've been set free. I've been broken. And now
Already done did it. Already done did it. Listen, man. Listen, man. I am so proud of you for this album.
Thank you.
I am so proud of you from the bottom of my heart, man. Just, you know, somebody who's, you know, watched you grow and mature and come into your own, you know, in as an artist, as a person, as a man. And I love what's coming from you, man. I'm hoping that this is just the beginning for you. I hope that everybody runs out and grabs this album. The album's called A Musical Paradise. Let me put the picture back up there again, because we got to listen to the full version of the Paradise joint. So we got to listen to that. But before we do that, Tramaine, what do you want people, you know, to go out? You know, why should people go out and get this album?
Because God is love. Music makes the world go around. And this music is for everybody. It's for everyone. Even I feel like everyone in every walk of life
with all 16 of these songs, you can choose something that speaks to you, that characterizes your story in life, and you can literally vibe to it. I think that the music even complements it to the point to where you can chill to it, you can cry to it, like you can literally feel it, and it's true music. Like, these are no made up stories. These are it's nothing that'll tickle your fancy. It's authenticity at its finest. Even with their producer, I know that he was in a space to where it was like, God, no, I don't have a voice, to literally let it come out of me, but I want the electricity from my finger that touches these keys to be felt. Like, I don't want people to focus on, oh, I know Tramaine, so I'm listening to vocals. I need people to truthfully know that this is a collaboration of two people who believe that God has put something in them to share with the world.
Yeah.
So put your headphones in, put your aux cord in, let it play it through your car, whatever, and feel it. There is a feeling, there's a vibe to it.
Yeah, man. And if they want to find you, how can they get more information about you? How can they contact you?
So y'all can find
How
me.
can they book you?
Hopkins Tramaine 12@gmail.com. Truthfully, I handle my own bookings. let's just be real about it. So just messaging me, long as we're being professional, reclaiming my time. I show up, or whatever. So you can find me on Facebook at Tramaine Songster Hopkins. There, my Instagram, TraHop, on Twitter at Forever Songster, and on Snapchat as _DoesSongster. Like, I'm available, and it's gonna be what it is.
I want to put this out there, right? We've heard Tramaine in Charleston, right? We know what he does in Charleston. Let's get Tramaine out to Florida. I know some of my viewers are in Florida. I know some of my viewers in Baltimore. Let's get them to Baltimore. I know we have viewers in Texas. Let's get them to Texas. I know we have viewers in California. Let's get them to California. Bring this young man out, because his ministry is real. His ministry is real, and because his ministry is real, it's going to be impactful. It's going to touch lives. It's going to save souls. Trust me. I know this guy. I know what he's about. So I want to encourage this young man. I want to just tell you, and I've said it to you. You've been on my. I think this is the second time or third time you've been on the show.
Third time.
I tell you every time you come on, you're one of my favorite vocalists. Like, you really, really are. And it's because I know the heart that comes with the voice. I've seen the sacrifices that you've made in the name of ministry, and I want to continue to encourage your spirit and continue to encourage the God in you, because some people you do have to reclaim your time from. There's gonna come a time in your life when you're gonna say, you know what, I can't continue to overextend myself for things that aren't overextending themselves for me. So I want to encourage you in the season that you're in to continue to do that, and to continue to hold on to God's unchanging hand in your situation, because we all have those times where we have to step back and say, what's best for me? What's best for me? And God would want you to do that. God wants, to say, faith without works is dead. And one of the works that God wants us to see is like, I'm giving you signs. So you do, you listen to the voice of God, and you stay in tune there, man. So I love you. I appreciate you, man. And we're going to go out to Paradise. The full version is the last one, right?
The last song.
All right. It's the last one. So we're going to go out to the last song on the album. This is Paradise by Tramaine Songster Hopkins. Check him out. Download this album. If you don't
download it,
find you. I will find you. And I'm not going to threaten anybody, but y'all know what I'm going to do.
I'm in me, and you'll be in the world of imagination. Take a look and you'll see. Enjoy your imagination. It'll begin with a spin, having in the world is my creation. But we'll see, we'll defy explanation. If you wanna feel paradise, baby, look around, view it. If you wanna feel paradise, baby, look around, view it. Why? If you wanna hear paradise, simply got it on and listen. Anything you wanna do,
We gonna finish this song.
wanna change the world.
There ain't really nothing to it but a Mikey and a man. That's that on that. No cap.
Oh, come with me and you'll be in the world of your imagination. Take a look and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with us traveling in the world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation.
All right. My name is ReZsaun Lewis. This has been Real Talk with ReZsaun. Always remember that God is everything, and without him, we are nothing. So never forget where your help comes from. And if a man doesn't stand for something, he's bound to fall for anything. Now, that is Real Talk. I will see y'all next week with Courtney, the Poet Cohen. Peace.